Hello everybody, and welcome to the episode of Ride and Razz. This is stage 2, Zwift Unlocked, Advanced Cat. So I've done this before. This is a catch-up race. Hadn't planned on doing this, but squeezing this in quickly between work and travel. As you can see, I'm hurriedly getting involved. I'm about to go now because I've given myself 20 seconds to get on this race, which was not particularly clever. There's about 10-11 riders in this one. A bit chilly up in the northeast of England at the moment. I'm wearing my gilet from the Maratona. Thank you very much. Maratona Dolomiti. Completed that. So yeah, keep me warm in my little fleece-lined gilet. So anyway. This is one lap of electric brake, about 20k, and it's a nice gradual flattened descent at the beginning, so I'm not too concerned about lack of warm-up here because it gives me the opportunity to warm up my legs at the beginning. And then you've got two little climbs really. You've got the first kicker, which goes through the kind of, how would you describe it, like a Wild West mining scene cave, and then you've got the last climb, which is the Rooftop KOM. It's about 2 kilometers. I really enjoy this climb. It's kind of undulating, steep flats, and then a little kind of kicker at the end with a short, very short flat to the finish line. But yeah, so I'm not really aiming for anything, just wanted a good race in this really. There's a couple of riders I raced with yesterday in the crit race, and also in the Rhino race I did the other day with Ray, Tactical Watts. I didn't actually record that one, but he did, so if you look at his channel you can find his race and look that one back. But as you can see, due to my lack of a warm-up, my planning's kind of gone out the window a little bit, and I'm already having to chase back on to hold the wheels, but I mean it's not too bad a warm-up. Some zone 2, a little bit of a threshold effort to warm the legs and back into zone 2 again, so not too bad. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this ride. As you'll see throughout the race, there's a Japanese rider here, Ice, who has a very strange riding style that he drops all the way back doing 2 to 3 watts and then zooms off the front to put a dig in, which I quite like. I enjoy the digs, to do 7, 8, 9 watts and then drops off again. So got to kind of keep an eye on him. Doesn't necessarily go for a full brake, which is what I learned from the Rhino ride, but it can make the group jittery, a bit jumpy, and chase after him, which kind of breaks everything up and gets it a bit fast. So yeah, see how we get on. I'm also doing this race with a teammate of mine from TNP, Team Not Pogi, Adam from the Netherlands. Adam is a massive racer, A+ racer, 940 plus ZRS score. So I mean, this guy's looking to win it, and if I can stick to his wheel, brilliant. But he's definitely another level compared to me. Really nice guy, good power numbers, really kind of team effort, team player. So if I can stick to his wheel and survive, then I should be able to finish in a decent place on this one. And if anyone's looking for a Zwift racing team, please join TNP. We've also got a Zwift club. It's in the notes description in the bottom of this video. So that's the Team Not Pogi Zwift club, and that'll take us down to get 500 plus members, so we can work towards getting our TMP jersey on Zwift. And yeah, whoever's part of that club will get that jersey. You don't even have to race, you just join the club, just have it sitting there in the back of your Zwift channel, and you don't have to commit to anything. Anyway, let's enjoy some racing. So here we've dropped down into the flat area just before the start of the normal climbs, but there's a little kicker here. in this little section, which I learned from the previous racing. People do kind of push a little bit on. But as you can see, I'm not really concentrating. I'm trying to sort out music or message or as usual. And I've got my eyes on the phone, and the group pulls away, doing 6-7 watts. So once I eventually look up, Aled, look up, come on. I realise, oh, okay, I've been dropped again. So I've got to be careful here, because once we get over this kicker, it's flat, so they'll disappear at the road. So I really need to put a bit of a spurt on here and get myself back on, which again is one of my downfalls. The other thing I noticed, as you can see here, just then, I dropped out a couple of times from Zwift in this race, which was really strange. Never had that before. It came back after a few seconds, but a little disconcerting, really. So here we go into that first climb. It's as I said, steep, not steep. So you can draft some of it. But I felt pretty good on this one coming through. So thought, let's put a little bit of a dig in, see what happens. See, break up the group maybe. So doing about 6.5 watts here to kind of move myself along. So about halfway up the climb here, and you can see the pace is still pretty high. Still 5 watts. My face is pretty red, but not really ready for this, which is quite a hard, heavy attack, 8-9 watts. My teammate Adam goes for it, but I don't have, well, I don't have the legs. It seems I didn't have the legs to get out the saddle to do it. It was really strange. Happy to just potter along at 5.5 watts, but as you can see, they're off up the hill straight away and putting 2 or 3 seconds in. So it's more damage mitigation limitation here. So kind of latch onto this group here and hopefully draft them along, because it's all very draftable up this little section here. But the others now have gone up the road, disappeared. So at this point, we're on the flat section up to the next kind of climb, and I realised that we'd, as a little group, taken some time off the leading 3. So I decided to put a dig in on the front, try and carve back some of that time, and hopefully the other people with me would participate. But as you'll see, that it becomes a little bit of a solo journey, this, and I'll stick a couple of digs in another time on the flat here, but nobody really wants to work hard to get back. I think they're trying to save themselves for this climb. So here we go, start of the Rooftop KOM. As you can see, it's quite draftable. There's some kickers in it at the beginning, and then it will progressively get a little bit steeper at the end. I'm really fortunate. I picked up a feather on the last banner at the sprint point, and I'm going to save that until the very last kind of 500 meters, and that'll help me even if I drop some power on a sprint up that last 500 meters, and I'll attack from that point, because as you can see here, it's all very draftable. So if I go for it, someone's just going to stick in my wheel, so kind of take that and work that at my advantage. It's also at this point I noticed that my teammate Adam, who was clearly in first, leading the way, seems to have disappeared off the leaderboard, and as you'll see further along, he pops up again in the climb, and unfortunately he had a crash on his Apple PC or Apple Mac or whatever it is, and yeah, kicked him off and dropped him back 20-30 seconds, unfortunately. So we're now coming into that last kilometer of the climb. As you can see, we're coming into the last kind of flat draftable sections, and yeah, it's going to be difficult from this point. I'm really conscious that I don't want to let these riders get away from me, so I'm putting a bit of a dig in, a bit of an effort, pushing myself, so I can maintain when I'm with these riders, and so I can attack them closer to the end of the race. So here we are, 600 meters to go. You can see it's steep and then flat at the top. So I'll also use my Zwift controllers to make sure I can kind of carve the corners a little bit better to save some time. So towel off, ready to sprint. And I'll drop my feather in a minute. Well, not in a minute, in a second. I think almost at this light here, I drop it. It's a good sprint point to go from. Still fairly steep. And off we go, drop some power. Fortunately, no one comes with me, so I'm pretty clear to just go. And I'm pretty pleased with that. It'll take me all the way to the end here. Use my Zwift controllers, cut the corners. That'll take me to solid third place. And in the end, with the ZRS scoring, I actually came second, because second place was disqualified for private data. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. That was enjoyable. It's hard work. Quick race before spring away for work again. And if you enjoyed that, please like, subscribe and comment. Cheers. Thanks very much. Bye bye.